Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with another reading for all signs, all zodiacs. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. Please do take from it what makes sense for you personally and release what doesn't. So let's begin. Let's take a look at the real truth of what's going on about you and your person, the connection itself. So I'm going to start with this deck. This is a brand new deck that I was gifted by Maria of La Bellanima 13. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is the Grande Amore, the Great Love Oracle deck. So let's start with this. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what is the real truth about the connection. And of course, we'll clarify everything with tarot messages for whoever needs it. So let's go ahead and grab some insight here. What's going on with your connection, whoever it is that you are thinking about for this reading? The real truth, whatever it is that you need to know and be aware of at this time. All right, so we're starting with caged, trapped, restricted, imprisonment. Now, if you're feeling caged at this point in time, perhaps trapped, unable to do anything about any issues or obstacles that you might be facing when it comes to this partnership, this could also be how they're feeling. And I'm also getting for some of you that, and take this for whoever resonates with this, someone is feeling trapped in a relationship that they really no longer want to invest their time and energies into that connection. And then we've got gaslighting here, manipulation and blame, toxic and abusive. So that might explain why some of you guys are feeling restricted in this partnership, especially if you're dealing with somebody who was manipulative and very abusive towards you. And sometimes, it's not always about physical abuse. And I pray that if that is what it is that you're dealing with, that you empower yourself and break free from something like that, because it's no longer serving a purpose for you. Look at these cards. Wow. So this one is surrender, letting go, releasing to the divine. So all three of these cards really plays a huge role as to what the real truth is for some of you. That will not apply to everybody, especially for those that relate to an abusive partnership. And again, it doesn't have to be physical. It can be mental as well. Emotional abuse. They could be verbally abusive as well. So it's time for you to empower yourself. You, the viewer, if you relate to this, it's time for you to let it go and release it. Allow the universe to handle it on your behalf, and you just continue on whatever journey life has in store for you. Let's grab one more message and then we'll clarify with some tarot. Oh my God, golden escape, filling voids with materialistic gains. Okay, so again, take this only if it applies. It just really is very interesting to me how the word escape is right there. If you're feeling caged, if you're feeling trapped, that could all be very mental, and you have the capability to escape, to break free if it's really a situation, a connection that you no longer want to invest your time there. And so if you are feeling restricted and imprisoned somehow, maybe you are trying to fill that empty void with other things. And for some of us, it can be unhealthy things that we choose to fill that void with. So let's clarify. Let's go ahead and see what this is about. I'm going to go ahead and use my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a twist for those who are new to my channel. This is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners looking to learn how to read tarot. It's got upright and reversed meanings for the majority of the cards. And the twist here is that it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards. So while you're learning for this particular deck anyway, it's challenging you as well, but in a fun way. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Let's continue to dig deeper into the real truth of what some of you guys are dealing with. And I'm just guided to perhaps pull another set of cards because I feel this is so specific for what's coming through here. That not everybody is going to relate to that. So we do have the Baroness of Air. So this particular card represents the divine feminine, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra specifically, but you could also just resonate with the characteristics of this person. This is someone who perhaps financially or in regard to career might have their act together. This is someone who could provide for themselves. This is an entrepreneur. For my feminines, you could be a CEO, you could be a president, you could be the boss of the company. So I feel materially, which could be picking up off of that too, you could be well off in that area. But when it comes to love and romance, some of you guys are feeling restricted and trapped and you're not happy. And so therefore you're directing all of your energies towards perhaps work or the material world here. So you are being directed to look ahead, just take a look at what the future has in store for you, because you can break free. You're not actually imprisoned in a situation unless you allow yourself to be. So it's time for you to really make better choices for yourself. I just keep feeling it's time for you to empower yourself. And perhaps some of you guys gave that power away to the person that is causing you to feel this way. And so it's time to detach. It's time to release. It's time to let go if you haven't already. Look at this. We've got the Ace of Swords coming in. So we've got more air. We've got fire coming in as well. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So for some of you, there is this need to just be really honest about what it is that you need to do right now. This is a breakthrough. This is giving some of you guys clarity as to what it is that you need to do now. And I love that it does say it's time to make better decisions, sound decision making. That's a part of the vibe of the Ace of Swords, cutting things and people out of your life that no longer serve a purpose. That is coming through here very loudly because you're being given another opportunity to move in a different direction where you're not going to feel so restricted and confined in a partnership, in a situation where you really want to break free. Maple tree. This is just reminding you that balance has to be restored in your life, that perhaps you've forgotten how strong you actually are. You've gone through certain things in your life, in your love life certainly, that haven't been easy. But times change, and along with times changing and moving forward, you will be able to gravitate away from situations that were just weighing very heavily on you. So it's time to make wiser choices. We've got the Emerald of Water coming in as well. Some of you guys could either be water signs or also be focused on a water individual, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So this says it's time to go with the flow of where life and love want to take you. Being rigid and closed-minded prevents you from growing and finding the many blessings that are meant for you. Remove stagnancy, stubbornness, and stalemate type situations from your journey. Love yourself enough to see that you are a gem with so much to offer to the world and to the one who is meant for you. So as long as you're willing to just go with the flow of where the universe wants to take you next, you can break free from a situation where you no longer want to be there. But if things are stagnant, you can change that. I have a feeling here that stalemate vibe is coming through for you and this person, because it's just not offering you anything further that could be useful to your life. And so we've got the Six of Wands coming through here. Okay, success and victory. I feel it's kind of all coming together for you. Success and victory, certainly in future partnerships, but also in regard to your career and other areas of your life that might be, perhaps have been challenging you at this point in time. Okay, so let's move on to the next section here of this reading. Let's go ahead and see what else needs to come through for you. And hold on one second, guys. I got to adjust something here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I think we're good. So let me go ahead and grab some additional messages. I'm going to use the Twin Flame Reality Check Volume 2 by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please. The real truth about your connection. All signs, all zodiacs, whoever is in need of this advice at this time. What could that be? All right, so we've got voice battle, hard-headed, growth over time. So I kind of get this for some of you guys, that you've been dealing with someone who's been perhaps very difficult to handle. I'm kind of getting that for some of you. It hasn't been the easiest journey. You guys could be arguing, just butting heads, getting into it. But I feel if this represents past energies for some of you, this is you learning and growing from that experience. You know what it is that you're willing and unwilling to take in future partnerships. Some of you guys have special surprises that are on its way to you, whatever that might represent. We also have emotions run deep. Okay. So let's grab one more message here. Look at this. Take 2, second chance. I mean, if you are estranged from somebody that you had a falling out with, it's totally up to you, of course, whether you are wanting to reconcile with someone, if you are wanting to give this person another chance, that's your call, that's your prerogative. But you got to be mindful of perhaps this person who is really difficult to deal with, if you guys were just not having productive conversations, and if you've kind of outgrown this person, this could represent the fact that part of these surprises coming in for you might even have to do with new love connections, or the fact that maybe you've unexpectedly found somebody that you have an even better connection with, somebody that you do feel this deep connection with, and there could ultimately be someone from your past who wants to return. It's up to you if you allow them to return, wanting a second chance here. So let's take a look at the possibilities. I'm going to use my Illuminated Star Tarot deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know? The real truth of your connection. So yeah, you know, nobody has the capability of keeping you caged in if you don't allow it. So definitely empower yourself and realize that you can get out at any time. Look at this, we've got the Lover's card. So it comes down to choices that you make right now. Some of you, you might certainly still have these emotions, deep feelings for someone that was very difficult to deal with. It could have been a very challenging partnership, which we've already seen from some of the cards that came through here. But this is ultimately giving you the choice whether you want to stay or go. And, you know, sometimes it's very important to realize that you can leave at any time. You know, not to say that it's easy to just up and leave, but you can get the ball rolling towards empowering yourself so that you can finally get onto the right track and be able to attract the right kind of person. Look at this. We've got the Two of Swords. Okay. So remember how you ended up getting the Ace of Swords earlier. So if you're feeling stuck, if there is that stalemate that you are dealing with, which was something that was referred to in the Emerald of Water message, remove stagnancy, stubbornness, and stalemate type situations from your journey. It ultimately falls on you, I feel, you the viewer, to remove any situation where you're feeling stuck in order for you to grow and to evolve and to perhaps welcome in a new beginning. And for some of you, that new beginning Could be with someone new. This is interesting, this next message. So 10 of Swords is a relationship that fell apart. It ended. It's clarifying special surprises. So it might ultimately surprise you that someone from your past reaches out, either to have some sort of closure, to apologize, realizing what they've done, wanting forgiveness, wanting to come back together. There's a lot here, I feel, that might be coming at you, but at the same time, you have the power to make a choice to either say yes or no. And if they are verbally abusive, if they tend to be very headstrong with you, you don't have to allow that. You know, I feel that's a part of your growth over time, that you have developed perhaps a thicker skin, and you're not going to allow this person to treat you the way they treated you before. So my feminines, I really feel here that you're coming through as someone who is stronger, and the Queen of Swords is a no-nonsense type individual. You know, if you feel the need to be independent and not be in a relationship right now, that's fine too. This could be you setting up very clear boundaries when it comes to your masculine, what you are willing to put up with and what you are not. You could have also used that sword to cut someone out of your life that caused you to feel trapped or restricted in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Look at this. We've got the Three of Wands. Didn't that already come through? Yes, it did. It came through from the other deck. So what I'm getting here, because it is clarifying, take 2 second chances. It's up to you if you want to take a second chance with someone from your past. This could be an ex. This could be someone that you had a falling out with. It doesn't have to be romantic, but for the majority it will be. A past love that wants to return, make amends. But some of you guys might be saying it's like, yeah, but this person was a real, difficult person to deal with in the past. Why would I ever want them back? That's totally up to you, what you do with an offer of reconciliation. It might present itself to you regardless, but if you're in this mode of just really focusing on your future and looking ahead to new adventures that you want to have with someone else, they might just be a little bit too late by the time they figure out they want to ask you for a second chance. Totally up to you how that's going to play out. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some additional insight here and see what else needs to come through. I'm going to go ahead and grab some insight from Spirit, Signs from Spirit, Love Oracle by Mystic Moon. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for all signs, whoever needs these messages. Taking a look at the real truth about your connection. Let's see what additional advice your angels and spirit guides have at this time. Angels and spirit guides, please. Hat rolls, okay? So you could be a person that has many hats that you wear, many roles that you play with the person that you are thinking about for this reading, or this is just overall what it is that is coming through for you. Many hats, whether the hat that you wear around your family, obviously not a literal one, although you love to wear hats for some of you guys. Just how you are with family, with friends, with colleagues, and even romantic partners. Okay? And I'm just feeling for some of you that maybe you feel like you're being pulled in all sorts of directions. There's only one you. So you need to set up boundaries for people, and you'll know who is not good for you, who is good for you, who you need to cut out of your life, who you can allow in. Look at this. You've got 999. Profound lessons are at hand. Completion of a cycle is near. So you're close as far as being able to complete a lesson, a life lesson, a cycle that perhaps you've been dealing with for quite some time now, and certain cycles that truly need to be a thing of the past in order for you to open up new opportunities, new cycles, new connections. You've got feathers, protection. I really feel your angel guides are watching out for you right now, protecting you on this journey. We have smoke, visions. Somebody could be a smoker here. That could have been an issue for some of you. And this is also, of course, telling us that when the smoke clears, okay, maybe you'll be able to have clarity and be able to see things a lot clearer. Some of you could be very gifted intuitively and have visions about what it is that you need to do moving forward in regard to a particular connection. And then we've got the rainbow coming through here. That could be of significance for some of you. Somebody could really love rainbows here. And this is a renewal, giving you perhaps hope that what you've been through in the past does not define where you have to end up in the future. So let's go ahead and add to this. I'm going to pull from my Tabby Tarot Teacher deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for whoever needs these messages. Let's clarify these cards right here. So there are lessons for sure that are tied into this experience. Three of Swords, yes. Love triangles, heartbreak, betrayals, separations. This has been a very difficult journey for some of you. What is cycling out are partnerships where there were infidelities, deception, lies, cheating, betrayals. That's what's cycling out in order for you to be able to manifest. Look at this, the Two of Cups. Unity, love, partnership, a strong connection with the right person. I feel that's why your angel guides are really protecting you at this point in time. You've already been through something difficult with somebody who tried their damnedest to keep you restrained and confined in a partnership, perhaps, where it caused you to feel trapped, you know. And what happens when we feel trapped? We want to break free, or at least know that we need to. Look at this. You've got the Four of Wands here. Some of you guys might be able to connect with a twin flame. This is a twin flame connection for some of you guys that you are able to move on to once you detach from perhaps a toxic situation with someone. This represents happy times right here. This could be a future marriage for some of you. Happy families. Families, relationships that are estranged can find their way back to each other. There are reunions that are possible here for some of you. You got to just be mindful that the person that you are allowing back in is not bringing any sort of past baggage or anything negative or toxic with them. Whoever this represents, this is someone who can lift you up, make you happy. Future marriage here for some of you. Cause for celebration, a very happy time. And then look at this. We've got the Hierophant coming through. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Taurus, or you could be Taurus, the person that's watching. Again, another reference to commitment and marriage, to people who really are meant to find happiness here. So if you happen to be seeing 1111, whether the time or the number, pay attention to that. You know, and again, when that smoke clears up and you're able to see clarity and have awareness of where it is that you're headed, I have a feeling here you'll be quite pleased and happy with how things ultimately unfold, or whatever new opportunities present itself to you as far as new love coming in. So that's really nice. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and wrap up this reading. So not a very long one, just a quick glimpse into the real truth of your connection. I wanted to grab some messages from the Stay Inspired Oracle Cards deck by Sister Moon Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on this connection here for you, the viewer, and the real truth. So some final messages from your angels here. We have illusions. Feelings aren't facts. Not everything is what it seems. Question your reality. Detaching is healthy. Meditation is needed to clear your mind. I feel this would be very helpful for some of you to just detach, especially from connections that you know are not good for you. You have to sometimes face the reality of things, and that's what we're looking at here, the real truth. You don't want to be clouded by these illusions, and that as well is what this is referring to, you know? That smoke has to clear in order for you to see clearly and to have a clear mind as to what it is that you're wanting moving forward. We have adventure. It's never too late to have a new adventure. Loving you has been an adventure of a lifetime. Stay open. Okay, so there's somebody here who wants to be able to enjoy those adventures with you. And for some of you, this represents a new love. So that you can have more adventures in your life, certainly when it comes to love and romance. I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing my voice here. Been talking too much today. Let's grab another message. What else, please? Angels and spirit guides. We have restoration. I love this. What was meant to go had to leave. What is meant to stay will always find a way to restore. I absolutely love that message for the collective here. If it's truly meant to be between you and a particular person that you are focused on, life will find a way to make it happen. At the same time, on the opposite side of that, what is not meant to stay will have to leave. And sometimes it's very difficult for us to face the real truth of what's going on. Okay? So if it truly is time for you to detach and let go and break free, to have new adventures in your life, that's what it is that perhaps you need to do. Take that first step. And for some of you guys, what it is that you're focused on could be that you want to restore a partnership, or the person you're thinking about is wanting a reunion with you. All of these things are possible, but it's very important for you to not be clouded in your judgment and to have a very clear vision as to what it is that you're wanting in your life. And then we've got love. These are such beautiful cards. You are more loved than you see or know. Okay? So there could be somebody that comes in, or somebody who already loves you, that you're not quite as aware of that situation because there might still be lingering issues or attachments that you might have to somebody, that you might have with somebody that just is not good for you. It's time to cut them out if you haven't already. We have sunlight, the most powerful healing tool. You don't have to be in it, just imagine it. Sunlight. This could certainly be picking up off of just being able to spend time outside where the sun is shining on you, where you can reflect on your journey, where you've been, where you are, and ultimately where these new adventures can take you. This could also represent the sun in tarot, which is so beautiful. Very positive energies coming through from that, letting you know that happiness can be yours. But first, you got to break free from people that are trying to take that away from you. And lastly, we've got believe. Miracles defy our concept of reality, but they happen every day. Okay? So the real truth for some of you is that maybe you might get an unexpected miracle when you least expect it. Okay? And sometimes that miracle is the very thing you need to get you out of a situation that maybe you've been struggling yourself to get out of. So that is what's coming through here. Okay? And I just happen to be looking at the bottom of the deck, and it says change. Change is just a part of life. Flow with it. Don't resist it. Embrace it. Happiness is on the other side of your fears. Exactly right. That's what I'm getting here, guys. Don't resist it. Go with the flow. And that did come through already. Okay? The emerald of water. It's time to go with the flow of where life and love want to take you. So don't resist change. It's time to move forward. It's time to break free from people that don't deserve to be a part of your life. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave it before I fully lose my voice. And if you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.